Hi everyone, Peter Lisiaga here. Hope you guys are doing great. It's Wednesday and what is it? It's September 2nd and we are in September. Hope you guys are doing great. Parents, hope you're doing well. Kids, hope you're doing well, getting ready for the academics, new academic year, new school year, and a lot of exciting things happening. A lot of new ideas that are being presented so we can move forward in this crazy time that we are in, that we can see what works, what doesn't work, bringing the technology that has been created through from geniuses, using technology in a very meaningful way, serving us to get through these challenging times, connecting people. So how are you guys doing? And this week, I wanted to come on every day this week, and most likely maybe even next week, just to encourage and inspire all moms, dads, parents, educators out there, and also just to keep me on track and to make sure that I I stay connected. That's the key, right? To stay connected. So what I want to do is share with you a couple of things that I'm learning over the last couple of days. I am meeting with families, not only through my life mastery program, through the mentoring, the one-on-one sessions that I'm doing, the accountability program that I have in place, that I have students and mentees on, that helping them say really zero in on what matters most to them, whether it's education, work, family, doesn't matter, and then creating a plan of action that works for them, and then helping them stay accountable and hold true to what they say is truly important to them, what matters most to them. And through these conversations, I'm also meeting with people with this new survey that I put out there. It's just basically wanted to find out where people are, families are, parents are with their kids when it comes to mental and emotional health. There's a lot of smart people out there that are therapists, psychologists, guidance counselors. One of the roles that I play as an advocate for mental health and emotional health is as a martial arts educator. And I teach self-defense, been doing this for a long time, and I teach full-time at Donato Karate. And so I thought I'd come up with this survey, or this basically an analysis, just to get a good understanding of parents and how they perceive their kids are when it comes to their mental states and emotional states. And we've been talking to a lot of professionals in these fields, and I thought this was appropriate. I'm getting a lot of parents going through the analysis, the survey, and then scheduling time with me so we can look at what they see, what they show about their kids, and then we just discuss and see what the deficiencies are, and then moving forward, helping them create a plan of action, discussing the plan of action, and if need be, I could become part of that team that helps their child. If you want to find out more about that, the link is there. You can just, if you haven't done the survey yet, go to dothesurveynow.com. I think I have it linked somewhere. Somebody type that in for me, please. I forgot to type that in. Dothesurveynow.com. So anyway, I have scheduled appointments starting today. It's pretty exciting. So what I wanted to do is share something with you that I started thinking of earlier today, and I wanted to share that with you, run that by you today, and see if it makes sense. And let me go ahead and share my screen with you. I hope you don't mind. It's pretty raw, guys. I apologize for what it looks like. It's just a white screen on my PowerPoint. And what I typically do, earlier today in one of my sessions, we were talking about journaling and taking your ideas. And this month with one of my, couple of my clients, I'm talking about using your creative genius, right? We're blessed with this mind that God's given us, and we can use our imagination, create some incredible things. And we have geniuses everywhere. And so I wanted to, what I typically do is I have an idea and I put it down. So this is an idea. And the questions really came up with a couple of my parents that I spoke to, a couple of my students and mentees, was, basically bottom line is this: you have two paths in life. And I know for me, I came to that choice in my life where I had two choices. I could go down this path or that path, a path that brings life and meaning. And let me just show you this here: life and meaning and purpose to my life, or regret, anger, and a sense of waste, a life wasted. And I remember, I'll tell you very quickly, when I was a kid, I was I guess about 11, 12 years old. My brother and I went out and we're going to commit a crime. I'll just say, guys, those of you who've been following me know that I grew up in the streets of New York. I was running with a gang and we did a lot of crime. And one night, my brother and I, who were working together on this crime that we were going to commit, and I'm not going to go through all those details because I don't want to spend the time talking about that. But anyway, we committed the crime. And I remember that things went wrong, and I found myself running from the police. The police were chasing me because I committed a crime, and I was being chased to be arrested and to be punished for my crime, rightfully so. But here I am, 11 or 12 years old. I'm running from the police. They're chasing me in police cars in New York City, in the Bronx. And I remember crying. I remember, running scared to death and saying to myself as I ran that this is not what I want for my life. This was not the path that I wanted to be on. So in that moment, while I was running, I was thinking that there has to be another way. This was not the path that I wanted. And so I know all of us get to those moments in our lives where we get to that pivotal moment and saying, I am on a path. And this path is either leading me to destruction, regret, anger, or simply just a waste of a life, or to meaning, purpose, maybe even legacy. And so our children have that. We all have that. And so anyway, when I chose in that moment that this is not what I wanted, I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no one in my life, and so it struggled. Took me a long time. And so down that path of destruction, living my life by chance or living a life with purpose, I wanted to get on the life of meaning and purpose and legacy, even though at 11 years old, 12 years old, I had no idea what I was going to do. All I knew was destruction, this life of living by chance, living day to day and not knowing what to do. No direction, no self-worth or value or self-esteem because no one was pouring that into me. I had no confidence. Okay. I had very little discipline. And even though I started martial arts at the time, but with the teachers that I had, they just taught me how to survive the streets, how to fight, and how to survive a fight. But I really had no discipline and no real self-defense against what really mattered most. I knew how to protect myself against a punch and a kick and somebody coming at me with a knife and all that, because I grew up with that. But I had no idea of the concepts and principles of self-defense that I can apply it to the real things that were destroying me. Was my lack of self-discipline for myself, doing the right thing for me. And so I didn't have that. I didn't have leadership training, let alone leaders in my life that led with a meaning and with purpose. I didn't have that in my life. And so as I went down this path of destruction, of regret and waste, I had no personal development training. No one saying that I can develop myself in a powerful way so that I can live and get off this path of destruction. Nor did I have any confidence, nor any sense of purpose. The list goes on. No activities that complemented this life of purpose. I had no mentor, someone there that would take their time and pour into me. And I did not have this, I did not understand the mastermind principle and how to implement that idea in my life. No one taught it to me. I didn't hear about it until later on in my life after I got off this path. And I knew at the time when I had this aha moment that the worst thing that that I could do was nothing. So what did I do? I actually left New York. I left New York. That was my something that I did. I had to get out, and I went to Florida. When I went to Florida, that's when I spent years, decades, getting rid of the animal in me, that street animal in me. And then I started growing. I started reading. I started being exposed to life. And, because I'm a believer, God had started bringing opportunities and key people to my life that really started directing and guiding me. And so, which is why now I'm living a life on purpose, with meaning, with the sense of legacy. I'm 59 years old, and I have, I hope to live to 100. That's my prayer. By God's grace, I can get to my 100th birthday. I have 41 years to 100, and on my journal, my number for days that I have until my 100th birthday is 14,867 days. Okay, so now I have this program that I live by, that I teach to my life mastery students. And this is has to do with, starting off with discovering what they want and helping them uncover this. No one did this for me, didn't get together with me and say, hey, what do you want in life? Let's find out what's important to you. How do you want your life to end? Do you want meaning, purpose, and maybe a legacy that you leave behind for generations, and a positive, powerful, meaningful, inspiring, motivating legacy? Or do you want a life and where it's regret and anger and just a sense of waste? Do you want that? And do you want people to remember you? Oh my gosh, he had such promise, and what what a waste that life was. I don't want that. So it all starts with this. When you want a path of meaning, a life of meaning, a life of purpose, and maybe legacy, it starts with this: a discovery call with someone, one-on-one mentoring, vision, finding out what your north is. Also connecting regularly with someone who cares deeply about what you want to accomplish, and help you uncover that, help you create maybe a vision board and know what your north is, what we call your north. Where do you want to go? Why are you doing what you're doing? Having someone help you with that, help you with your mental training, create this mind that you will overcome anything and everything that comes in your way, because you will develop this mental strength, this mental power, that you will have the mind to overcome. You'll have the intelligence, and you'll have access to intelligence. You'll also have martial training to train to be a warrior. Not so much like this. Martial arts teaches you a lot of physical techniques, but martial arts at its core teaches you to have this indomitable spirit, this warrior spirit. So that training must be there to fight like a warrior, to fight a good fight, not of punches and kicks and chokes and arm bars. All that is fun. It's a spectacle there when you have fun doing it in a very controlled way. But more importantly, create this mindset and a heart of a warrior, so that you can take the principles, the concepts, and ideas of fighting a good fight, and then implementing that in your life every day as you are on this path to meaning, to purpose, to living a life worth remembering generations down the line. Okay. Also, we have this physical training that has to happen. There's nothing like physical training to really to take your body and take it to a state where all this chemicals that happen within your body when you train, that affects the mind, affects the emotions, affects the spirit. So the whole being of the person, the physical training has to be there on your path to life, living a life on purpose. Access to resources, because of the technology. We have it there. We have it where we have access to all this technology. Back when I was a kid, we had the library, which was pretty awesome. Then computers came out. Now the internet, and then now we have a combination. All that's coming together, and we see that technology is being used in a very meaningful way. Sometimes I hear people get upset about us using the technology. However, you look beyond that. You look beyond the getting used to something that's new. Okay, once you get used to it, you learn it. Just like we did with cars and airplanes and the radio and the TV, all these things that people were balking about, music and all that, and they realized the value of it all. Okay, so we have access to all that on your path to living a life on purpose with meaning and a sense of legacy. Masterminding, getting together with people that want more in life so they can give more to life and help more people. Come together with like-minded people who set high-level goals, and you work together to discover what you can do to get better, to become just more for others. And it's not a selfish endeavor, it's a selfless endeavor. When you work on you work on others and helping others. You become more for others. I love the fact that when I shake someone's hand every single day, a new day, I am presenting to them someone new, someone who's grown, who's more effective and more equipped to help and serve. And this is what, for me, living a life of meaning and purpose is. And this is what I want to do. And then having someone in your life to hold you accountable, which is huge. I got together with someone yesterday, said they did not need anyone's help. They were going to do it on their own. My goodness, are they not going to have a reality check on that? All the greatest leaders in the world who've made powerful impact, our creative geniuses, they all, in their right mind, will say that they needed people in their lives to help hold them accountable to do what they say they're going to do. It's so important. And then also having this sense of purpose beyond you. It's not about you. It's about those who you would touch, those you will help. I know by me improving myself that I help my family, and I help our students and their families, my community, the world, that ripple effect, simply because I focus on improving my own life. And this really what the life mastery training is all about. And so that's what I do. Okay, guys, I wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to actually give myself an opportunity just to do this and share this. And if, hey guys, if this resonates with you, something about what I said resonates with you, reach out to me. If there's something here that you think I could add to, let me know. If you want to connect with me and share your experience, at what point in your life did you get to where you said, you know what, I have a choice here. I can either go this way or that way. And the choice that you make, every single choice, does make all the difference in the world in your life. So let me know if you've had any aha moments. I'd love to hear. And if you want to add something to this, let me know. I'd be interested. Other than that, guys, I just want to make sure that we work together to build resilience with our children. And I do it through this life mastery, through mentoring and coaching and the accountability program that I have. You want to find out more about that, let me know. But really, I would love to hear where your kids are mentally and emotionally. So please do go to this survey, this analysis that I put up, and let me know how your kids are doing. It's a series of questions that I ask, and then you just number them. 5 or 1. Okay, let me know where you stand, and then if you want, we could get together. I'd love to meet with you and go over the greatness of some of the great things that are going on, and maybe some of the deficiencies that I can be helpful with. Okay, other than that, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I apologize if it went a little bit longer than I had thought, but I wanted to just share this with you guys. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.